Howdy everybody, welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we worked on the villager trading hall. I've made a few minor adjustments out there. But first of all, I want to step in here and show you guys what I've done in here. So I've finally, once again, gotten organized. I was a little bit chaotic for the last few episodes because of the prank and because of the iron farm build. We had a bunch of shulker boxes with a bunch of different stuff in there, and yeah, I basically went through the entire storage system and changed some things up. So first of all, I changed the way I do my sorting. So, as you guys know, this season with this Shulker Box Storage System version 2, we are, housing full Shulker Boxes of items in here. And I also made like a convention, like a naming convention, or not a naming convention, a coloring convention, SSSS colors. So, yeah, got it right here, Shulker Box Storage System color guide. So we got, all the colors sort of sorted as what we have right now. So for instance, like cyan is food. So if you look into this chest right here, every cyan shulker box is some type of food. So we got a full shulker box of carrots in here, full shulker box of potatoes in here, potatoes there, and then carrots there. And then, brown is dirt and sticks, I believe. And then white is nether quartz and diorite. We got netherrack in the reds. We got granite in the pinks. We got stone and andesite in the grays. So we got that, and we got cobblestone in the light gray. We tried to sort of get the naming convention down, and also in the normal chests. Now, whenever the chest gets full, like say this chest gets filled up, we're going to start storing things in shulker boxes, but keeping the shulker boxes in here if it's not a full one. So if it's a full one, then it goes over to the Shulker Box Storage System version 2. If it's not a full one, like I think we got sticks here that isn't quite full. Yeah, almost full. It needs, another 60 sticks. But, so that is sort of the convention we're going with. And by the way, these sticks all came from the witch farm. So that's why I got so many of them. We got some other things here, like seeds, lily pads. Let's see, we have stone in this one probably. No, we don't have stone in that one. But we got some other ones around here as well. That is what we're going with. Yeah, this one has quartz in here. It's not quite full. So that's sort of the naming convention we went with. Also, since one of our goals this season, I basically have two goals this season. Number one, I want to farm everything that's farmable. And number two, I want to collect all the mob heads we have from the more mod heads plugin we have. So if you guys don't know, we have a plugin on the server that drops mob heads occasionally. And you see we have some right here, but there are actually a heck of a lot more than this. So you can get like Iron Golem heads and Elder Guardian heads and Guardian heads and Bat heads and all sorts of different heads. These are just a few of the ones I have at the moment. And so we want to, basically display these in our base. So we're going to sort of alternate the cocoa beans with the mob head as we get more. So that is a goal we have this season as well. Right, so let's go ahead and head on out to the trading hall. I've done some work on that trading hall since last time, which I'll show you. So let's just fly on out here. So I actually optimized the system even further. And so basically what I did, I added this line here, and this bit right here. And so essentially what these do, this line here makes it so that the cart always picks up the maximum amount of shulker boxes from this hopper. So whether that be, 27 or just, 2 or 3 or 1 even, it'll always wait to get the maximum amount before launching. So that means that there is not going to be that weird first run, that first pass, where we only had like 5 shulker boxes dispensed in the first pass and then had to wait for the cart to come back to get the second one going. Now it gets the maximum amount right off the bat. So that's fantastic. Also, we added some detector rails in here. So now the minecart goes around this way, comes down this way, pauses here if it can to dump off any extra shulker boxes that can't be dispensed in the system, and then turns to the right here and comes back to the system to pick up more shulker boxes. And that like doubles the speed at least. Because the probably triples it actually, because the cart used to have to go back all the way around like that, and now it just goes to the right, and it's only 5 blocks rather than like 100 blocks all the way around. So that's fantastic. We also moved this back a little bit, so it's a little bit more compact. I could probably even... I definitely could probably make it even more compact. Like if I wanted to have this rail, like, you know, turn in here and then, you know, curl in and then maybe have it turn here. We could make it more compact. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Let's make this a little bit more compact because, yeah, it's taking up a lot of space in the front here, and I want to have this front facade to be able to put some stuff on. Also, we need to, I think, move this item elevator forward 1 block. So we need to move the center of it to this block right here. That's because right now our item elevator is partially in these pistons, and on very rare instances I found when the pistons extend and there are shulker boxes coming up the item elevator, occasionally one shulker box can be shot out this way and land on these, what do you call it? Observers, yeah. That's what they're called. So yeah, that is what we'll do as well. So let me compact this just a little bit further and then we'll be good. Alright guys, so there we go. We got the system compacted down now, and I think the final version of the system is this one right here. I'm pretty confident. This has taken quite a long time to build and design. Had to design basically everything from scratch and rely on, you know, my past inventions to help me out with this cart mechanism here. But I think we got it. So we did save a lot of space by compacting this down. We saved, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and 5 blocks if you don't include this 4-block section of rail right here. So that means we can make the trading hall significantly smaller and look a lot better, because I kind of want to sort of, you know, follow the front of this, what do I want to call this? A plateau almost? Yeah, I want to sort of follow the front of this plateau. So we're going to have to do some terraforming here, but since we were able to shave those blocks off, the building is going to look a lot better once it's done, I feel. We also moved the item elevator over a little bit. So it was over the pistons, now it's over here. And we also had to do a little bit more redstone because of an issue with timings of moving the item elevator over this way. So now that all that is resolved, we should have a perfectly working system every single time. So let's do one final test. And by the way, I just want to mention the reason why we're doing all the redstone now, and in the previous episode we did pretty much only redstone, is because the way I like to design things, I like to build the redstone first and then build the building around the redstone. Because basically, if you try and do it the opposite way, you'll find that almost every single time you have to rebuild a huge portion of the building, and I didn't want to do that. So I usually build the redstone first and then the building around that. So that is what we've been doing for this system. So let's go ahead and test this out. We have, let's see, 49 shulker boxes waiting in the sugarcane farm for us. So we're hoping to see 27 dispensed and then 22 in that chest right over there after a brief moment. So we should see the shulker boxes start to come up. What up, cow? Mushroom cow just sort of hanging out. That's awesome. So all the shulker boxes going up. No cart has launched yet, so that's fantastic. That means the system is working and it's waiting for, you know, shulker boxes to filter in. Okay, here it goes. Here we go. Down the line, down this line, and down that line, all the way to the very end. There we go. Sweet. Whoops. And, yeah, no ground there. Okay. That's awesome. So, we got that. Yeah, the bottom part is definitely working. Now, the top part. Let's see if we can get up for the top part and see the cart going around. Going around here. Should come out over here. And, yeah, you see the cart working right here. Oh, it actually stays powered because of the comparator. Okay, that works. That works too. So this is now dumping off shulker boxes, goes around, and that should, I think, be it now. Yeah, that's it. Cool. So that's it. Much, much faster. That put all the shulker boxes away in just that brief amount of time. So a lot faster than it was before. And of course we have, yep, 22 in there. Sweet. That's awesome. And of course the shulker boxes all around here. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. So, that is our system fully working and fully complete. Now I think it's time to work on the building a little bit. So, I'm thinking what I want to do. I'm thinking I want to, first of all, just basically make the same design pattern here. on this side and on this side. And of course we got to clean up this side. This side's still a complete mess. But you can see this is going to be this elevated slabbage right here. This is going to be sort of brought over from here all the way down to there and then across. So that gives you sort of a sense of scale of how big this thing is going to be. I think it's like, I want to say 20 blocks across. So it's a fairly large haul. But yeah, that will give us enough room to add more farms in the near future. So let's go ahead and actually do that right now. We'll add another section just like this one, and make sure all the villagers, you know, can make it around the corners and things like that. So let's go ahead and build up the trading hall slots right now. Update! So guys, we got a lot of the cells complete now, and already with just the sort of walls up to show how big the structure is going to be, it's already looking like 100 times better. Definitely looking a lot better already. So yeah, we have the cells up. You can see we got the rails down up here. The rails down up here. Yeah, rails down right here, and we also have the fence gates down, which will lock the water stream above this. But we still have to put the water stream down itself, so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm also sort of thinking about design challenges we have to face. So one of the challenges is it's a lot of white. It's a lot of white. So I'm thinking maybe in this section of the roof, we have a little bit of space to work with here, by the way. We have like another, you know, we have like 2 blocks to work with here, so we could, you know, add some depth to this. I'm thinking we put some color in the center here, and also probably change up this glass color, because I went with a lime green just because I had a lot left over from the sugarcane farms. And yeah, I think I want to change that to like black or something that's easy to see through. And as far as the walls go, that's going to stay quartz. But the floor, you guys left some interesting suggestions for the floor. Some people wanted to see red and black on the floor, so I might give that a shot. We might do some terracotta pattern, like a crazy terracotta pattern. Could be kind of cool. But yeah, the floor is the main thing we're going to get to play around with a little bit. And also lighting, we have to consider that as well. So we could put, you know, maybe glowstone under carpet for this outer ring or something. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it's already looking much, much better just having the walls up. And we're going to have to move this chest, I think, too. Yeah. I'd like to be able to look across and see all the villagers at once. So yeah, we'll move the chest over to here. Maybe move the hoppers so they're pointing in different directions, but that's not an issue. Should be relatively simple to do that. Anyway, time to get up here and time to put these water streams down. We got to make this go around the corner somehow. So yeah, I will do that, and I'll be back. Howdy, boys. Welcome to your final destination. No. So let's go ahead and come on over this way. Okay, they're pushing them around here. Now the question is, will they make it around the corner? That is the big question here. And hopefully they do. Whoa, he dropped down somehow. Right here. What happened there? Oh, he came off the... Oh, this could be an issue. Yeah, they dropped down here. So then, well... Let's see. I think the first guy will probably drop in. The second guy probably won't, though. Yeah, so there's that one. Let's see if... Yeah, they're stuck. Yep. Okay, so that is an issue right there. So, the issue we need to deal with here is that these villagers are 1 block below the level of this fence gate. They're half a block below. So, we gotta fix that. Unfortunately, that means that this guy has to die. And this guy. And this guy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So, right. Let's hopefully get on down in here. Let's ender pearl back out, and let's see if we can figure out a way to fix that. So the first thing I'm trying here, guys, is close fence gates. The idea being that if the villagers don't drop down at any point, then they'll just keep going on and keep pushing each other over. Although I'm not sure having their minecarts oriented the opposite direction that they're traveling in, that might be a bad thing, but we're about to see here. This guy hopefully will get pushed over, but if not, we may have issues. Let's just see what happens. Nope, we gotta turn their minecarts somehow, don't we? Yes, we do. Yep, they're backlogging. They're backlogging. That's not good. Anything? Nope. 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 Alright guys, so I found a solution here in the form of a rail line. So we're about to see this guy fall into the rail line, gets transported up and around, and then down the water stream going this direction. So, yep, that is it right here. And so, yeah, now let's just replicate this on the other side. Okay guys, so we are still here working on this, and we got the top section done. So, if we just get on up here, let's just come on over this way. You will see, yep, right through here you can see the minecart track there, so that will take the villagers up and get them over to this section over here. But we also had a problem with villagers underground. Namely, they're queuing up like these guys do, and they also had trouble navigating this corner right here. So this was like this basically. And coming around this corner was problematic, much like the corners on the top section. So, what I've decided to do, I've decided to actually go down one more block here like this. And then we're going to connect up the rail right over here to this bit. So this will be powered rail all along here, and all along this back section, and also all along here. And then when the villager drops down, they will very soon after that choose to go either this direction or this direction, and both directions will lead to the line over, let me see if I can get to it, the line over here, which leads to their untimely demise down there. And then that returns the cart to the system as well. So we'll probably have this line just connect straight up, and then the other line will probably have like a minecart system like coming out here, or maybe like here, and just drop them onto this rail so they automatically just go down this way. So that is the plan right now. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. So we now have our rail lines down, and so when the villagers first drop down, they'll be stationary, but they'll quickly try to move in a certain direction, and once they do, they will be whisked off in that direction. And also if they hit other villagers, they will push them either this way or that way. And both directions eventually lead. Let me show you down here. So this one leads to another rail line, and then this leads down to the final rail line, which will take the villagers down this way to their inevitable demise. And we also have made a system that will drop any villagers, let me see here. Yeah, any villagers that can't fit into the system. So let's say if all these were filled. So I've done that already. I've closed the fence gates here to sort of simulate that. But if the villager comes up top here all the way down and there's no room for him, then basically the villager will drop down this hole here and onto the rail line down there, and then join up with the rail line we just saw right here. And so that will prevent overflow on the top. So now we should have a quicker way to get rid of them on the bottom, and an overflow protection system on the top. So let's go ahead and test this. Let's call out some villagers and see what happens. Alright, so here they come. And this would happen only again if all the slots were filled. So this is going to probably be a pretty rare occurrence, but here we go. Guy drops down. Off he goes. This next guy drops down. Off he goes. Next guy. See you later. And this guy's staring this guy down. Help me, please. No. Alright, there he goes. And let's actually follow this dude down. So yeah, you'll see he comes down this way, and then off he goes. Off he goes. So, fantastic. Looks as if it is working quite well. So that is a good sign. So now we have an overflow protection for the top system, and also for the bottom system. The bottom system is actually much, much quicker. And so yeah, we can see that right here. If we just let this guy drop down, he will very quickly try to move in a certain direction. Either one. Let's just see which one he goes for. And let's just do this. Let's just get this out of here. Get this out of here. And there he goes. Yep. See you later. So he should now come down this way, and yep, sayonara. Alright guys, so we now have the overflow protection on the top via this minecart line, and we also have a quick way to whisk away the villagers via that minecart line right there, and the rest of it that goes underneath of where the villagers drop down at. So, now it's time to actually get on to the aesthetics. So I want to try and build up the walls first, and maybe get a design for the ceiling, and try to get a good floor going on here. So, holy mackerel, that was scary. Let's go ahead and get that going and make that happen right now. Alright guys, so welcome back, and we're very early on in the design process, but I've got what I think is a good start. So, what we have put down, we put down some sea lanterns for lighting. So this is going all around the outside of this. And even though it is a mushroom biome, so mobs can't spawn, I still want to have this area nice and lit up. Then we've also built up the quartz walls. We put a horizontal column right here, and then a vertical column in the corners, which I think looks okay. It is missing something, though. It's definitely missing something. And yeah, I think we should make use of the green here too. So maybe leaves in the corners here, like right up here, just to bring in some color. And then I think we also need something up top here. I'm thinking maybe, let's see, I'm thinking maybe like spruce slabs could work here. Let's just give this a shot and see. So what about spruce at this point? How does that look? Except not in the corner. That'll be leaves. That will be leaves, and then we'll just continue this down here. Not a big fan of that. Okay guys, so we took down all the iron trapdoors. I'm also not really liking this portion in here. So I took all that out where we used to have, you know, just solid quartz slabs here. I think there's too much quartz in this. I like the walls being quartz, but the rest of this, like this stuff down here, I'm considering taking out. Yeah, actually, I'm definitely going to take this out. This dark prismarine is great, but not in this build, I think. It's too dull, so we're going to take that out. This quartz here in the middle we might keep, but I'm going to take out the quartz stairs because the stair texture is significantly different from the slab texture. So we're going to switch that up as well. The spruce is a little bit boring compared to the dark oak, which I'm trying down here. I'm also trying purple and stuff, but yeah, we'll have to see how we do with that. But yeah, I think I know what I want to do. I think I want to go back to what you guys told me to do, basically. So yeah, you guys said lots of blacks and reds, and so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to put down a lot of blacks and reds, and maybe throw in a bunch of color as well, because 1.12 is the World of Color update. So I'm feeling like we go super colorful for this build. So yeah, let me put some stuff together, and I'll be right back. Alright, getting there. So I went with the splash of red on the floor in the form of the mushroom blocks. We got some jungle leaves on the side here. We went with dark oak planks on the roof instead of quartz, although we did leave a little bit of quartz right here. And then we have, yeah, the quartz walls, of course. And I think this is looking pretty good. We also went with chiseled quartz up, where is it? Up there. So it just gives a little bit of depth with the chiseled quartz. And we also made this sort of like giant structure in the center to sort of, yeah, separate the room so it's not just all like one mass, you know, floor here, which is nice. And of course we got, yeah, jungle leaves on the sides as well. And yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming together now. I really think this is going to turn out well. So yeah, now we just have to figure out what floor color we want to go with and what we want to do with these areas here, because we don't want to, you know, keep them open like this. So that's what I'm going to do next, do those areas, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so as you can see here, we got the inside of the trading hall almost complete. Of course, we still have to add another wall over here and stuff, but this is more or less what the trading hall will look like when it's finished. So we went with some gray concrete powder on the floor, which I think looks really nice. It has a great texture, and also the gray color complements both the red on the trim and the observer blocks, as well as the dispensers up here. Yeah, on the roof. So that definitely looks really cool, and actually the observer block texture is growing on me. I kind of like how it's all these observer blocks, sort of with these arrows, focus the attention of the whole room onto both the item elevator and onto this thing, which is our control panel. So this is what's going to control everything in this trading hall. So yeah, you guys know already that, you know, we can call up shulker boxes full of sugarcane with this lever, and we can call villagers with this button, but soon we'll be able to call pumpkins with this, call melons and pumpkins with this. We'll be able to call wheat with this, and we'll be able to call potatoes with this. So that's going to be amazing once we have all those farms built and hooked up to this central area here. So yeah, that is sort of the master plan there, and we also have droppers now in every corner of the room, and the corresponding colors, I want to make the colors correspond to, you know, what lever controls it. So like, you know, potatoes, yellow, and then yellow concrete powder around there. And so we've already done that a little bit with the green, so we have the sugarcane one is surrounded by green, so yeah, it's looking good, and then eventually all these droppers will be smart droppers, and they'll work and send off the shulker boxes once we're done with them here. So that's what's going on there. Some other design choices we made. We put some gray glazed terracotta up here, and it just sort of opens up the room a little bit in the corners here, so it doesn't feel quite as confined. And then we got the same thing over here with the gray glazed terracotta. So some of the things I'll probably change here. I'm thinking of moving this light right here, so these sea lanterns, over top of this thing. So over top of this bit right here. Just because it feels like this is off-center a little bit at the moment. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to move those 2 blocks over. So just shift this over 2 blocks. Keep the same sort of design pattern though. And then for this bit here, I'm thinking we might just go with the same gray glazed terracotta here with that sort of pattern there, and it sort of, you know, opens up a little bit. And then on the sides here, we're gonna have like a little station here. We'll have some furnaces here, maybe an anvil or 2 as well on this side, and then on this side we'll have this chest and maybe a few other things on the side as decoration. But this is where all of our shulker boxes end up, by the way. So yeah, we sort of moved that hopper line, and now yeah, this is what it looks like. So cool. And then our entrance is going to be right here. So this will be the entrance to the Acropolis area. So it's going to be a 3 wide. We might go 5 wide. I'm not quite sure yet, but yeah, that's what the entrance is going to be. It's going to be just a single entrance right here, and you come into this thing right here. So guys, obviously we've done a lot of work on this in the past 2 episodes, and I'm very, very happy with how it's turning out, and hopefully you guys are too. And we still have a lot of work to go. We still have the whole exterior to do, because, I mean, it looks really kind of crazy from the outside. So this is what it looks like on the outside right now. A little bit different than the inside, I would say, but don't you guys worry. We will eventually get to it, and we will make it look nice on the outside as well. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to finishing this project hopefully soon. But until then, guys, I would just want to say hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like. And make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and to be notified of when I upload, so you guys can get to the video first. Be part of the notification squad. Anyways, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.